This is a man's world. This is a man's world. But wouldn't be nothing without a woman or a girl. All right, I come to this 7-Eleven a lot, right? What's going on, bro? Donnell Rawlings show. I see you a lot. One thing I notice about you, every time I see you, you got a different hairstyle. I don't even know if you have a residence, but I do know you have a different hairstyle. How do you maintain your hair and slaying your hair on a daily basis?
I go to all these different places, like different shops.
Different shops? Mm-hmm. Do you purchase these things or do you take them?
I get them. I get them from different people.
You do? So what inspires your look?
Anything that says being way more alert.
Alert?
Alert.
And a question. Some people would look at you. Some people would look at you the same way I look at you and think that you're a troubled soul. That you're a troubled soul. How do you respond to people that feel that you're a troubled soul?
Probably not.
You don't respond to them? Where are you from?
Me? From here.
Los Angeles, California?
Mm-hmm.
So obviously, I don't think the look that you have and the life that you live, I don't necessarily know if you were born that way. What helped or what was the reason you made a transition from what some people consider a normal lifestyle to this lifestyle? Okay, maybe let me make it simple. How the fuck did you get here?
I've been here. Listen,
You just been here? Do you have family out there that you connect with?
Not recently.
Recently? Okay, there's a question. If you had to say one thing, because I don't want this interview to be insensitive or anything, and the reason why I stopped, because I do see you a lot. Every time I see you, you're usually dancing. A lot of times you've been butt-ass naked, and you scared the shit out of my son. My son said, why is that dude or girl, he was confused, butt-ass naked. There's a reason why you get butt-ass naked all the time? No?
No.
All right, one thing I do with my lady, when we pass you and we see you, we pray for you, all right? I don't know if you need that, but I want to give you this opportunity. If there's someone in your family you want to reach out to or someone you want to say something to, I want you to say it to them.
Nothing.
Nothing to nobody?
No.
Do you know this song, James Brown, This Is a Man's World?
It's a man's world.
But what? But what? It wouldn't be nothing without what? With? No, you skipped the part, bruh. It wouldn't be nothing without a woman or a girl. What's your name?
Ariel.
Ariel, this is the Donnell Rawlings show, where I go out and have interviews with real people, interesting people. You got anything you want to say?
Nothing else funny.
Thank you, bro. This is a man's world, but it wouldn't be nothing without a woman or a girl. Donnell Rawlings, the Donnell Rawlings show. These interviews sometimes are going to be off. Some people are going to think they're insensitive, but you can't get to know somebody unless you talk to them. Peace.
It's a man's world, yep. But he only bought it to get the girl. Ain't it crazy how the world can turn you around? Have you second guessing your blessings now? It's a man's world. But he got a low from a woman. Is it wrong for a woman to demand that you be strong for your woman? Let's talk about that.
have no lotion. 8th episode, and it's not in my rider yet. 9th episode. Y'all hear this? The 9th episode. And the minimum, we no sponsors. We cannot secure a lotion sponsor. Is it a man's world? Is it a man's world? This is a man's world. I love that song, James Brown. If you don't know that song, this is a man's world. And when you first hear that song, especially if you're an uber feminist, if you're a super feminist, or if you are, what's a term? Is the word dyke an inappropriate term?
Absolutely.
It is?
Yes.
So what do you call, like without being offensive, what do you call a dyke and they don't get mad? I mean, like if you want to like not call somebody lesbian or describe somebody, I mean, is dyke, I mean, is it inappropriate? Is it like the N-word?
Yeah, I think they're called studs.
Stud, that's the appropriate word, right? Yes. I know a lot of studs. I know.
I think you can say butch. Is that inappropriate?
Nah,
butch?
that sound old school as shit, son.
All right.
That sound like twerk when involved. Yo, it don't sound right. That sound like old, like when they ain't even shaved them joints. That don't sound right. Butch just sound like, whoa. Like grand auntie still out here trying to get pussy. You know? Yeah. So, like, okay, so a stud. That song, this is a man's world. The first verse, he be like, fuck that. Why I gotta be a man world? Why I can't be a girl world? Why I can't be a girl world? Why I can't be an us world? Right? But sometimes they won't listen long enough for the next verse. But it wouldn't be nothing without a woman or a girl. Try to make it more women than girls. Shout out to R. Kelly. Don't disrupt this song. You know what I'm saying? And that song was made popular in the 60s when black people probably getting rights and women's rights was low as shit. And I'm not saying in a disrespectful way. In the 60s, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you thought these motherfuckers didn't take black people serious, they didn't take a woman serious. But he says it, but it wouldn't be nothing. It wouldn't be nothing without a woman or a girl. And you being a friend of mine for years, Jivanta, everybody, y'all saw her here last time. She never left.
Nope.
She never left. How important is it for a woman in a man's life to help him with his success or drive? Is it important? You know what they say, behind every successful.
Absolutely.
They always say, they reference that with black people, right? I ain't never heard them white people say behind every successful white woman. I ain't never heard them say. Never. I've never heard them say behind every successful white man. There was a strong there was a strong white woman that made all that possible. White women, y'all ain't strong. What are y'all, weak? I know there's some strong white women out there.
They're subservient.
But how important you think it is? How important you think it is to the success of a man to have the right woman in his life?
I think it's extremely important. I think it's what we all aspire as a black woman aspire to be for my potential mate. So.
So you just want to be a black woman?
No, I mean it refers to the.
I was just saying
as a woman, but in particularly as a black
white
woman.
women that's been through the struggle too.
Really?
Yes.
Really?
Man, it's some white women that have put up money for black dudes' rap careers. It's some white women that let the black dudes fucking goddamn just blunt out the Hyundai or Honda. Or some that's supported. But
I think it's extremely important, and I think it's very necessary. I mean, black men have it, or men have it hard enough with all the responsibilities. So to be a pillar for your significant other will only carry and drive the success for the entire family and generational wealth, et cetera, et cetera.
You think men a lot of times don't get the credit in a relationship? They don't get credit what they bring to the relationship?
In what regard?
In terms of like inspiration, motivation, support.
From their spouse?
Yeah.
It depends on the spouse. So I think it really depends on the situation and the relationship.
If y'all like each other or not.
if y'all rocking with each other, but for the most part, I don't think there's lack of support.
I think it was it Fabulous. I can do good by my Fabulous and Neo.
Mm-hmm.
What was it? I can be good by myself, but you make me better.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? And I think that's like how a lot of men feel. I know that it's important to have support from a woman. It makes life easier. You know what I'm saying? When you stressed out, you know what I'm saying? If you connected, you know, somebody that could just be supportive of you when you want the support.
Yes.
I think sometimes in relationships, people don't know the time to give up certain things, you know?
In what regard? What do you mean by certain things?
It has to come to a time when a woman would just shut the fuck up. I mean, just shut up. Just know the art.
The art of shutting up?
The art of shutting up.
Explain to me what the art of shutting up is.
The art of shutting up is knowing when to shut the fuck up. You know what I'm saying? And like this is what I think a lot of women don't understand. Like men, for the most part, we don't want you to shut the fuck up all the time, because that would be crazy. If you just was walking around just shutting the fuck up all the time, a man would go crazy. We want you to know the art of shutting the fuck up.
Which is?
The moment, like, you have a beef with me about something, you know what I'm saying? And I got to prepare for something. And I do respect your beef. I do respect your argument. But now is not the right time to talk about it. That's what I consider the art of shutting the fuck up.
To allow you to get whatever the job done that needs to happen.
You know, just like, you know, knowing when to shut the fuck up. Like women don't, they don't get it, son.
You gotta explain it. You gotta let them know. You gotta let them know.
I beg you. How do you say when you want? If you want, how do you politely tell somebody you want to shut the fuck up? Do you say, I beg your pardon? Do you say, I had a thought? Or how do you just say it?
They need an exact time. You gotta let people know when's a good time to shut the fuck up.
So you can schedule it.
Exactly.
And this is all good. All this is gonna be therapeutic for relationships with people that have relationships that are tested by these things. You know what I'm saying? So you say, if you want someone to shut the fuck up, it might be a good idea to schedule it. Like at least like Tuesdays, 4:30 to 7:30. That's when you gotta shut the fuck up.
Or maybe if you have an exact moment, like when football's on or something like that.
Oh my God! You know what? That should be the holy grail. You just hit something, son. Like, listen, women. All right, I'm gonna let you know. For the most part, ladies. For the most part, you can talk all the time. But I think we've decided that it's a good idea just to shut the fuck up when football is on.
But we also need a time where we can speak. So
yeah, but not during football.
Oh, of course not.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, son. I was stuck. I was trying to figure it out, son. I was like, damn, you just can't tell a bitch to shut the fuck up all the time. But a safe zone and a safe haven should be when football is on.
But on the other side of it, then you need to be open to communicating as well. So maybe there's
After
a time.
the game. Yes. Yes. Yes, I want to talk about everything you want to talk about, but after the fucking game. You can't try to have a conversation you can't try to have a conversation in the middle of the game. And you might try to sneak halftime, which is a no-no. The only way you can sneak halftime now is because it's Super Bowl. So this is the time where you can kind of chatter because you can talk about the commercial or whatever. But I think that's the most important. That's the most important thing.
Well, let me ask you this.
And I think that's the thing that's troubling most relationships in America.
Is people not shutting the fuck up or
During the game.
Oh, during the game.
During
But let
the
me
game.
ask you this, Donnell. What about when you're cooking? Would that be a good time?
When I'm cooking?
Yeah, if you were cooking.
To talk to me
Yeah.
about a problem?
Yeah.
Nah, this is a bad time.
So when is a good time?
When
Yeah,
I finish cooking. When I finish doing my activity. Like, it's always after the man's activity. Yo, let us do our activity and then talk our head off.
So do you
Let
do
us
that?
get our... Yes, I do that.
Okay.
This is not about me. This is about the listeners.
Mm-hmm.
All right? I'm not on trial or anything. And I do have someone I can call, Dr. Michelle, who came to my show at Caroline. She's a trained mental health type person. And I told her that I think it's going to come a time when I need to call you, you know? Because I might want to deal with her, talk about some mental health shit.
I think this is going to help people, Donnell. You're giving people, like, I think people need exact times. Like, maybe there's going to be an argument or someone's going to want to talk to their partner, and then they're going to be like, oh, the game's on. Donnell said, not during the game, and that's going to save a relationship. You're doing God's work right now.
Yo, you know what? And this is why my God is so good. Because I identify these things. I identify the need. And this is not just in the black community. This is in all community.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, whether we know it or not, football transcends through everything.
Yes, or it could be soccer in, like, South American countries. They love that shit.
And it's the Super Bowl, bro.
Yeah. Who you got?
I like the Chiefs.
But Andy Reid.
I don't give a fuck about coaching. I mean, my team sucks. The Redskins, they suck. So it's not about coaching. It's about who I like to watch play, who's exciting to me.
Should we make a gentleman's bet? I got the Niners.
Oh, that's an easy bet. I got the Chiefs.
So what, you going to give me like 60-1 odds?
What do you want to put up?
I'll put, at 60-1, I'll put $50 on it.
Okay. Nah, bring that shit down. So wait.
You heard it.
Wait.
That's a lock.
That sounds like a
What do you
dumbass
mean?
Redskins.
What happened? He said, all right, we're good, and then he backed out.
That
You should have
sounds
thought about it before you said yes. We got
Nah.
60-1.
Nah, that sounds like a Redskins bet.
Even no points, just even game.
Nah,
I got Niners, you got Chiefs. I'll see you in a couple weeks.
all right. I mean, I'm not going to bet that much, but I'll bet.
All right.
But this is what the lesson learned doing that. We just talked about the game, right?
Yeah.
And Jivanta just stopped talking.
We accomplished the mission.
See?
Yep.
See?
You're gonna save a lot.
You see?
That's because I don't know shit about football, and I don't
Right,
need to
but
know.
but with that said, you know, you shut the fuck up during the conversation about football. A lot of people not gonna like what I'm saying. A lot of people not gonna be true to themselves. A lot of people gonna be like trolls. They're gonna figure out something to talk about. And be like, yeah, he's a what is it? A male chauvinist.
But look, you got your needs. That's what you're trying to say. Like in a
That's not what I'm saying. I'm trying to say shut the fuck up.
shut the
during
fuck
game.
up. Yeah, but you got your needs, and your needs are to have your peace time.
Yes.
As long as if there's peacetime, as long as there's room and time for communication within the relationship, that's all. You need to make time for both. There needs to be time for shutting the fuck up, because I know when to shut the fuck up.
You do not know when
I
to
know
shut
when
the
to shut the
fuck
fuck
up. Yo, you can drop that fucking news anchor voice shit out of here. Yo, you can drop all that eyewitness news hired back to you, because I've had those experiences and I've been able to shut the fuck up. You don't know how to shut the fuck up.
I know how to shut the fuck up.
Yeah, but
As long as there's room for both, balance, then there's no issue.
okay.
I think so. What about you?
Yeah, agreed. I think we're saving lives here, and I think a lot of relationships are going to be saved because people are going to know maybe I do need to shut the fuck up.
But guess what? I don't care about the relationships. I care about the game, bro.
Oh yeah,
It's the game. Chiefs.
Niners.
We'll
60
see.
to 1 odds.
We'll see. That's going to be the hot shit. And this is when everybody come together.
Yeah.
I had a great week. I had a great year. Last week was.
You know what? Not to cut you off, but you didn't even talk about the Bobby Lee, Burt Kreischer work that you did. You didn't talk about
because
the Degenerates.
You
got off track.
It's kind of the Burt Kreischer project. He has another Netflix deal.
It's a TV show, though, right?
It's a TV show.
Okay.
And basically it's a platform for all of the things he does, cooking and adventurous shit and stuff like that. And him and Bobby Lee do it. I mean, not Bobby Lee, but he have different people. He
has different guests on his show.
Yeah, Chris D'Elia, Whitney did it.
It's like in real life type of stuff. And then you guys just, they didn't tell you what was going to happen in advance that much? Is that what happened?
No, they did tell me.
So they were like, these guys are going to be naked?
No, that's not what they said, son. They said it's going to be a thing where Bert gets with his buddies and they all go camping and hiking and share moments. That's how it was. They share moments in the woods, and I'm like, oh, we can talk. And then I show up, and I saw Bobby Lee name on the trailer, and I knew it was going to be all out. I knew at some point I was going to see his little Asian ass, son. Like, and I don't want to blow. I mean, I just knew it. When you see Bobby Lee, you like, man, he's going to figure out a way to pull his dick out. Like, it doesn't have anything. It doesn't have anything to do with the script.
It wasn't the first time you saw it?
No, it was. But I've heard of it. I've heard of it. I've heard of it. There's like, yo, Bobby Lee just got fucking naked. And like, not at a swimming pool. Not at a swimming pool. Not at a place where you can almost kind of accept it, like in the shower, locker room. It's like in the belly room at a comedy club. So I knew the type of person he was. But, man, them motherfuckers, that motherfucking non-homophobic energy got together, and it was ridiculous.
Did it help you? Does it help you? Is your mind opening up?
No, my mind's never going to open up.
No, never?
Nah, and I'm not even going to go into the conversation like, oh, you're so this, that, whatever.
No, of course not.
You know, I mean, just certain shit certain people do. Bobby Lee couldn't wait to get naked with Bert.
But let me ask you.
Bert was fucking laying, and he posted it on Instagram. The motherfucker was laying on a fucking bearskin rug, naked. And a black dude is making a portrait of him.
Can you talk about what happened? I mean,
no. That's all. You don't need to know what happened.
Right.
No, I mean, that picture they posted on Instagram.
They posted a picture on Instagram. Yeah.
Yo, Bert is laying on a bearskin, butt ass naked on a bearskin rug. And Bobby Lee saw him and was like, couldn't wait to take his pants off. Bobby Lee was like, oh, is this what we're doing? He was like, and Bobby Lee got in front of him and put on his gorgeous look. Like he really was trying to rock that picture. But it was fun. It was a fun show. It was some good moments, though. It was good moments.
Yeah, would you do it again if they called you and said, "Hey, we're gonna revisit the trailer"?
No way.
We got a few B-roll
shots.
That was a one-off. We got a few shots. We got to pick up shots.
Nope.
Can you come back and do the rug bit again?
No, I didn't even do the rug bit. I reacted to it. I reacted to the rug shit. Nah, but I wouldn't. I like Bert, but them motherfuckers go hard. They go hard. White dudes are super adventurous. They'll do like when they say, fuck it, I'll do anything once, they mean anything. Black dudes would be like, oh shit. As a black dude, I heard sirens going past, and I was like, I looked out the window. Let them go. Everybody's always nervous when you hear this. My license is good. Registration good.
Could be an ambulance, that's what I think.
I don't agree with that at all. But when it goes past, you're like, fuck them motherfuckers. I wish they would have pulled me over.
So what about the Degenerates? You didn't talk about that either. You said you wanted to. You mentioned it, and then you didn't really talk about where'd you guys film it?
No, I was excited about the Degenerates because that was my first Netflix original comedy series where, you know, it wasn't a standalone, but it was a group of people. But Netflix is huge now. So the fact
when you film that stuff, like how different is it from just doing a normal set at a club? Like, is there like a lot of cameras? What are the lights like?
There's a lot of cameras, but I'm already like, even when I perform live, I'm put myself in that place. Even when I do spots at the store and wherever I go, I'm actually looking at the audience as if cameras were there. Like I try to perform in a level where it's TV ready. So when it's time to do the TV, it's not like, oh shit, I gotta turn it up. Whenever I perform, I'm on TV energy. Always. Always. Even when I'm working out, I'm like, fuck it. It is an easy workout, but right off the top, if I get connected with it and always play it like a TV audience, when it's time for the TV, it'll be easy. I think that's the difference between where I was as a young comic you might not know, like, if the audience is flat, you still gotta perform for the cameras. Sometimes it ain't about, it's not about them laughing, but how the reaction was on you. You know how to work cameras, and then you really feel different when you get them opportunities. And I'm ready for them. That's why I'm happy that my rollout with Netflix or my introduction was on a level like this, 15, 20 minutes.
Yeah, you feel like it's just it's step one, right? You're ready to like,
yep.
Yeah.
And like people got connected, and it was a good set. You know, it was a set where people was like, oh shit, I wanted to see more of it.
Yeah.
So more of it would be me, like right now, getting back on the road. I got to go hard now. I just gave up 55 minutes of solid material to 2 shows. The Degenerates and Monique's special that's coming out February 7th.
Oh, yeah. That's dope.
That was the framework of an hour special. I had to chop it up. And now I got to fucking start all over. And I'm still doing same shows, same people. Now I'm coming around. It's like I got to start all over and start from scratch. I think that's the most difficult shit to do. If you've been running an hour, you've been working on an hour, and you're like this, oh, this shit is gone.
How do you, how many different styles of starting over do you see as a comic? Because it's like, feels like there's a lot of different ways to do it. And like,
it's different ways.
Yeah, how do you do it, and how do you see other people doing it? It's kind of interesting. Like
things that make you start over.
Yeah. No, but I mean, like, do you write? Do you go out on stage? Do you do small rooms? Do you like to go out to big rooms? Like when
I'm trying to answer the question.
Oh, go ahead.
Well, white
You don't know
people,
to shut the fuck up.
yo, is a football game on, son?
Somewhere.
Shut the fuck up.
My style is like, it's going to be a lot of shit that's going to make you right. It's going to be people come up to you after your show and like, yo, I love you, but, yo, when you hear somebody say, you doing new material? Yo, and they're like, yeah, I love you on Chappelle's show, but, you know, when you going to, I know that joke. That shit'll force you to do it. And then, but you just got to find the excitement. Something's got to click. Like I think sometimes if you force yourself, like, oh, I gotta be funny, it's not organic. But if you just allow yourself to be a part of life and just hang out and recreate like funny moments, like something funny happens. Shit, the other day, I was about to go on stage at Caroline's and I came up with 2 new bits like right before I was gonna go on. And I did them. And I was like, oh, they about to be in trouble. You know? And my workout is just performing.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, do you sit at home and write for 6 hours, or do you just like think of something and you go on stage and you start riffing?
I think of something to go on stage.
Yeah.
I gotta go on stage.
Yeah.
The other day I was at the Comedy Store and it made me feel good because I saw the lineup. And this is what makes it the world's famous Comedy Store. The lineup was fire. It was bangers. Bam, bam, bam. I'm like, oh shit, oh shit. I was like, damn, that motherfucker beast, And then it was a name I didn't recognize, right? I was like, who is this bitch, right? And it was a surprise guest. I won't say their name, but it was funny.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
You know what I'm talking about, right?
Talking about. Yeah, that's crazy, right?
It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm like, who is this? I'm like this. Nancy Scott, right? I'm Googling Nancy Scott to find out she makes quilt in Omaha and shit. But I was like, who's that? But I saw that list. I was like, God damn. I'm looking at the fire. You like the fire?
There's one dude at the Comedy Store who won't have his name on the marquee because he has weird fans.
I know.
Yeah, that's wild.
Yeah, but my suggestion would be to travel with a security, because if somebody want to get you in Hollywood, it's so easy to find somebody. It's so easy to find somebody. Motherfuckers be having your travel itinerary. Nigga, every time I land at LAX TMZ, it's like, hey, Donnell, how you doing? Yo, like I'll be on the red eye, I'll be coming up that motherfucker, I'll be like this, hey, Donnell, so did you hear about Gwyneth Paltrow? Did you hear about Gwyneth Paltrow? And I don't even know shit about Gwyneth Paltrow. I know I had a crush on that bitch a long time ago when she was a Friends bitch, but nothing lately. Right? And I'm like, oh shit, what about Gwyneth Paltrow? He said she got a candle out that's you cannot buy. It's off the shelves. They said it's off the shelves. They said like you can't buy it. It's like backed up for like 2 or 3 months. And the fragrance that's selling all these candles is the smell and the aromas of her vagina. Now my question is, who's buying all these old pussy Gwyneth Paltrow candles? I know talking to a younger woman can be overwhelming sometimes, right? But who is buying Gwyneth Paltrow pussy candles? Is it a butch or a stud? Is it a butch or a stud? Or is it a dyke? I don't think anybody in the hood is like, son, you know where I can get them Gwyneth pussy Paltrow candles? They like, oh, son, I just ran out of Gwyneth Paltrow pussy candles. How much are they? Jivanta, look.
We're going to have to look it up.
Leo. Anybody else got pussy candles out?
Not that I know of.
Do they got ones like
It's gotta
Twerk
be
Win? Do they got Twerk? Yo, do they got Twerk Win pussy candle?
We're going to make the Twerk Win air freshener, though, for sure.
Black ice pussy candle.
Oh, wow. It's going for $299 on eBay.
What?
Yeah, it's going for
What?
$299
Hold up, son.
on eBay.
Fuck that fake news.
That's what it says right here.
Wait a minute. A Gwyneth Paltrow pussy candle cost $300.
$300. Sold out. It's sold out. So people are up. They're upcharging.
Wow.
And
The
taxing.
who you know might know what we could get. I'm gonna call Heather B. Heather B, call me.
We're about to make a dick candle.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna tell Heather B. She ain't gonna answer the phone. My friends don't answer the phone. My friends ain't shit. My friends ain't shit.
What up, son?
Don't call me son. And I'm letting you know right off the top, you can be scared. You being recorded right now. You can be scared. You my first guest on my podcast. I asked you to be on my podcast. You said you was going to be on my podcast. And then all of a sudden, when it was time for me to do my podcast, you didn't want to do my podcast.
Donnell, what the hell are you talking about? You said you was going to call me back, and you said you was going to send me the address when you called me while I was taping the show. You didn't neither.
And then you said to myself, I'm not going to come to your podcast because I got to cook food. And I was, you said,
and you said you was still good, and I said the weather was going to be bad.
That's not what I said. I said don't poison. I said do not poison your fan and the citizens with your food. Come to the podcast.
Wait, why when we was leaving Caroline's, it was still little packs of Pepto-Bismol on the floor. I said I hate him. I said I hate him because he really stopped at the bodega to get that shit.
Yo, on the line, and you out first. You my first on the line. I'm recording right now. You my first on the line guest on the show.
What, Donnell?
Don't say what to me. What are you talking about? I can't ask you a question.
What, Donnell? Because everything you ask is centered around hate. What? What?
Whoa. I'm not talking about hate. I'm talking about love.
You love to hate. That's what you're talking about. What? What?
Yo, listen. Me and Heather B has been having this ongoing battle about food. For some reason, her and her fans thinks she's a good cook. I've been on her punk ass page, and she got blue check niggas be checking on her little punk ass. What's that shit she be making, man? I don't even remember the name of it, but she tricking these motherfuckers. I seen Layla Ali commenting on your shit.
Exactly.
Right, but she ain't never ate it.
Only shout out blue checks. That's it. Keep going.
No, it's not blue check. It's some regular citizens. But the point I'm trying to make is, it's some regular citizens. I run into the citizens. It's some that, but they won't stop, and they believe that her porgies. What is that other fish you do? Catfish. Tilapia.
First of all, you ain't never caught me making no farm raised fish. So all those lies right there, I need you to stop and address some truth.
Okay.
Truth is, you went to the store and bought chicken legs.
Wait a minute.
And I'm still trying to understand. How come a comedian of your caliber would even pull out, an EBT card to buy chicken. I really didn't think you could buy chicken legs with cash. I thought that was EBT only. I thought that was Family First only. I'm saying you want to end this call now and rethink it and call me at another time.
I didn't mean to get them legs. I know them look like EPT legs. Listen, that wasn't what I was making. Let me tell you my story. Please let me tell you my story. All right, you made an observation, and your observation was a nigga had some EPT chicken legs. But what I was making was a garlic Greek lemon herb chicken quarter. But where I went, they ran out of quarters. All they had was legs. And I knew somebody was going to say something about the legs.
So what you're saying is you only live within the vicinity of one store.
I'm not going to go to another store. Fuck that. I got to make the legs and see if somebody remember it. And you saw it. And and it
shattered your confidence so bad that you completely stopped. You went out for a walk, smoked like 3 cigarettes. I know you had a cigarette because the first punch that I gave you about the legs, it had you staring at your meal completely different.
All right, listen.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead. No, you tell your story.
There's no story to tell. I just don't understand how a comedian of your caliber can really even approach a meal with chicken legs. I mean,
I wasn't approaching you with chicken wings. I wasn't approaching with chicken legs.
You did approach me because you tagged me. And see, the tag is really like bullying. When you tag you, it's a digital bully. And it's like you bully me. I was minding my business. And I thought I addressed that in my response to you. However, let's discuss now since you decided to jump off a garage because there's some hood shit you did when you brought out some chicken legs.
Okay.
Who ate those legs?
I ate those legs. That's the only person who ate those legs. Everybody don't like Greek garlic and herb chicken legs. They was tasty, man. But my question,
legs are foul.
All right, it was supposed to be quarters. I'm sorry. I'll get the thighs and I'll glue them together. Earlier, when I started this, I asked the audience how important is it for a man to have the support of his woman to be successful?
You taking this personal or you just generalizing?
Why everybody keep talking? This shit ain't got nothing to do with me. America, why the fuck? This ain't got nothing to do with me.
I'm saying that's a real deep question. It sounds like you trying to field out the people to decide what you gonna do. Like, on the personal side. I'm just saying.
No, that's not it.
It's another observation I'm making. It's just another observation I'm making.
That's nothing. That has nothing to do with this. This conversation is about how important it is for a woman to shut the fuck up during a football game. That's all.
Which game?
When she said
how deep into the season? How deep into the season?
Super
You week
Bowl.
6, week 8?
No, we talking Super Bowl, nigga. Super Bowl.
Yo, you ain't got to shut up during the Super Bowl, because 9 times out of 10, your team ain't even in the Super Bowl. Like, at this point...
Go ahead, Heather.
At this point...
Go ahead.
9 times out of 10, it's just for shits and giggles. You really just there for the camaraderie. Y'all ain't really watching the game. Your team ain't even in it. Don't you like Washington?
Hey, listen, man. Ain't nobody talking. I wasn't making it personal about my team. I already told everybody my team stinks. Don't try to put it on my team. But But you're different because you get excited about doing a football game. You get excited, and you ain't going to be. You're not going to be bringing no type of negative energy or no drama. And this not for me. This is for America.
All jokes aside, I'm a huge
America. This is not for me. Okay.
Okay, America. All right.
Stop lying.
This is not for Donnell personal. This is not for Donnell Rawlings personal advice. All jokes aside.
Why you got to say my whole name? They know it's Donnell Rawlings. It's the Donnell Rawlings show.
I thought it was personal. No, all jokes aside, I'm a huge sports fan. I mean, from everything from football, obviously, basketball, hockey, baseball, everything. I'm a huge sports fan. So for me, the Super Bowl is serious. All sport, every Sunday, I'm doing games at my house. It doesn't matter what season, I'm at my house with the games on and I'm cooking. That's actually how the whole Happy Hour Heather B thing started. Man, so I'm quiet during the game.
Nobody want to hear about that punk ass Happy Hour Heather B. Come on, man. Everybody know you Happy Hour Heather B. Everybody know.
I'm quiet during the games. In fact, I'm side-eyeing all the female guests that come that don't want to watch the game and just asking me to put something else on the other television. Like, I don't really like that, but I try to accommodate, my guests. But I'm big on sports, man. Like, that's what it's about. It's about the camaraderie. I do add a little atmosphere to it. I'll throw the music on and everything to get everybody. I do.
But that's why I love you. That's why I love you. We fight, but that's why I love you. Anytime I've been to your crib, one thing I notice when people talk about your food, and I'm not a huge fan of it, but
wow,
I'm not. But the love that you got on the streets, and they love it. It's like I'm like, all right, y'all love her, so what? But you got
you got to get that vibe. I seen you do it too. You did it too. I've been to a lot of your joints and that you have just on the personal when you outside of work. And I seen you do it too. Just with the family, you big on that. We go back.
Yo,
hey,
remember I was trying to quit? Remember I was gonna quit Ricky Lake that day?
Y'all, look. Hey, Donnell, look. I don't know if everybody knows how daytime television work, but daytime television, they have a schedule with like 3, 2, and 2, or 2, 3, and 3, where they shoot 2 live shows a day, 3 live shows or whatever to finish out the week. So me and Donnell had to do back-to-back shows one day, but Donnell ain't telling nobody that he had, like, he was getting side paper and going out on auditions and booking little shit. So one day the producer came to Donnell and was like, Donnell, we need you to stay. The next show is going up in approximately 35 minutes. Donnell was like, nope, I got to go. I got to do this audition. So I looked at him because I needed my little bit of day rate. So I stayed. I was in the corner quiet. Donnell was like, nope, I got to go do an audition. She's like, what? No, Donnell, you were told that you have to stay for the third show. Nope, I ain't going. She walked off with a little clipboard and was mad. Donnell, like, pacing back and forth, catching a Junie, was like, fuck that. You know what I'm saying? I got to audition for Spider-Man. I ain't fucking up my Spider-Man shit. Yo, it was 2 things going on in my head. Like, wow, he about to fuck up this day rate to go on audition and try. But then the other thing was like, damn, he got to audition for Spider-Man. Yo, you say you stuck to your guns. I wasn't mad. You went, you went to the audition, and you got the part. Like I couldn't
shit,
even be
son.
mad. You got that
I
shit.
told you nigga.
Like I couldn't even be mad at you.
Whoa! He stole that guy's pizza. Yo, you said I was like this. What the fuck, Spider-Man? What the fuck? Because you didn't know. You didn't know.
You
'Cause
was
I told her-
pacing back and forth.
I said, I'm going to do Spider-Man. She was like, what the fuck? You going to meet Spider-Man? She didn't know
Yo.
what I was-
No, you ain't saying Spider-Man at first. You started pacing back and forth at first. Like, nobody about to blow this shot for me. But, hey, your ass made it back, though. You did your audition and made it back to the third show. I couldn't even be mad at you. I looked like, wow, you really went. But, yo, the hustle and the grind. All jokes aside, your hustle and grind, you did it, and I respect that about you, man, for real. Like, with everything, even you being a father, you don't never stop that hustle and grind. You always make time for your family and friends in the interim, and I respect that about you, for real.
You know what? And that, coming from you, it mean a lot, because you can't wait to hate on a comedian.
I can't wait to hate. I can't wait to hate. I'm really not interested in the best comedians. I don't want to know who sucks.
Heather asked me this question. This is the worst question you can ask a comedian. She'll look me right in my face and, yo, Donnell, come here, nigga. She be like this, is so-and-so corny? I'm like, stop asking me. I'm like, bitch, I can't say that, right? She like, nah, keep it real. She look at me like this, American. She be looking at me like this, keep it real. Nah, look at me. You look at me, son. It's she be putting pressure on you like, nigga, I'm gonna poke you with this knife if you don't be honest right now. And she be like,
yo, listen, I ain't interested in who. We can all figure out who the dope comedians are. I want to know who corny. I want to know who just mailing it in every night, and I can't tell that a lot of times. So I'll be.
It's a lot of them. It's a lot. It's so many of them. It's so many. Oh, it's so many. It's so many of them, Heather, now. But they don't. You know, they don't. It's so many of them. It's so many of them.
I know you ain't gonna tell. I know you ain't gonna say nothing about nobody. But listen, I heard you gonna be down. You on the road every weekend, and you headed down to Birmingham, to Alabama in a few.
Tonight, yep. It's gonna be tonight. Yep. I'm going down. You got peoples down there?
I got people down there, so I know a lot of times people didn't really believe it, but yes, I did do the first season of Real World back in 1992. And yes, I'm still friends. No, the part that people don't believe is that, yes, I'm still friends with every single cast member there. We're all in touch. So Julie, the girl from Alabama, her husband is a chef. So they own restaurants down there, and they want to treat you and your people. Yeah, they want to make sure that you straight down there when you get down there.
You ain't
so
got
call
nothing to
them
do with it,
because they got you.
Nothing to do with it, right?
You know what? Back to the hate, son.
Please, you don't have nothing to do. I can't do it, man. I can't do it. But I love you, man. You know that, man. From the bottom of my heart.
I love you too. Go check out their restaurant, man. I love you too. I know you're gonna kill it.
What's the name of the restaurant?
I'm gonna send it to you.
Okay.
You giving out free plugs? I'll send it to you. I'm gonna send you their information. They're big fans.
A friend of yours, unfortunately, is a friend of mine. And even
are they
gonna do like your punk ass fans do? Are they gonna come up to me?
Yo, listen.
Are your punk ass fans? Are they gonna do like this? Can I get a picture with you? Oh man, I love you. And then once I give them the picture, they be like this. Fuck you, I'm a citizen. They're not gonna do that.
Yo, Donnell, look, they got a Southern Mexican joint down there that you're gonna go crazy off. Like they got I got you down there. They got you. They big fans of yours, and they just happy that you coming down. And they said they excited. They know you're gonna kill it. So yeah, I'm gonna send you their info. Thank you for having me on your podcast. I love you. I'm coming through with food though. We gonna battle live on your podcast with food.
Right. Clean your chicken. Clean your chicken. Clean your
chicken. Take lemons out your potato salad.
Bye. Take lemons out your potato salad. Bye, nigga. Bye. Man, I love that girl. She go hard. Heather B go hard. And like she said, she reminded that she was the first cast member on In Living Color. And in this business, it's so hard to stay relevant. It's so hard to stay relevant. You can get hot. Motherfuckers get hot. You see them all the time. They get nicknames and shit. You can get hot. But being relevant and staying there, and she stayed consistent with hip-hop. One of the best voices in hip-hop. And just a good soul. When you hear about her, you hear her name, she feels like an auntie. And she got real big titties too. I talk to her all the time. She was like, she said, you know what chicks with big titties say? They say, you know what? And they cover one. They had a sweater, right? They had a sweater wide open. And you be like, you better get the things off me. They be like, boy, you know what? And they do like this. They know them joints is powerful. And I'm saying, she got auntie hugs. Nigga, them little kids know them niggas like, yo, where auntie Heather B at? Bong! I love her. We're going to do a competition sometime. We got to do it. We got to do one. But the moral, we all know this show is a show about nothing. Thank you, Jivanta, for filling in.
You're welcome.
Kate Quigley's still in prison. She ain't got no friends, no quarters to collect call. Nobody can call her. She's not here this week. She's probably celebrating Black History Month with a black dude. I bet. But everybody wants to make, this podcast isn't about me. It could be inspired by me. It's like a TV show. It could be about me, but it's going to pose different questions. It ain't about me. Stop trying to put it on me. It's about y'all. It's about us. It's about that candle. And this motherfucker is watching this podcast. Well, I see the fact that he didn't have the microphone in that shot last time, and they should use the 33-quarter Pro Amp processor for the voice. And them niggas be like, well, I mean, if he stays in the game at this rate, I mean, Joe Rogan, he started 10 years ago, but nobody's going to be a Joe Rogan. They be putting weight on it. Yeah, man, and like, fuck, it's so much better. It's so much worse. That's the voice of a troll. It's so much better, it's so much worse. I'd rather fucking blow my goddamn brains out than to listen to another 8 hours of Donnell Rawlings. But they listen. They listen for an hour just so they can be critical of it.
What about another troll, Jack Triller?
What?
Who?
Ha! Here's the thing, and it's like, I wouldn't even mention it. That makes me no way. Martin Lawrence has a tour coming out, the lit as fuck tour. Some dope names on the tour. A lot of names I recognize. Some names I barely, some names I didn't even acknowledge, I didn't know. I'm doing the Breakfast Club last week, and they mentioned that guy. I don't want to say his name. That guy. He said that guy is on. I said, he's not on tour. Yes, that guy is. I was like, more power to him. I like him. I didn't know. When I first got the rollout, it wasn't there. It could be. More power to him. And this is what they do. The wanksters. You have relationships with them. You could easily just pick up the phone and call somebody. Anything. If you think it's a misunderstanding, the first thing you do is pick up the phone. Donnell Rawlings don't want the smoke. Him, his name he said, I don't want the smoke. You better hope they don't put you behind me. Because you're going to have problems. I'm like, this is a joke, right? It just, Jack Thriller. Ring a bell? It does, it don't. Whatever. This is what hurt my feelings about it. And I'm sensitive. I've known this nigga for years. When he first went to This Is 50. When he needed, Chappelle Show was popping. I need this interview, whatever. We barter services. I've always done a show, never asked no money, no nothing. We, in cross or whatever, we talk maybe comedy, but there's always some good advice, but nothing negative. Then a nigga called me a bitch. And I'm like, we're living in a world where people were actually fake beef. Fake beef. I come from a place where like beef was real. Like you call somebody out because you had something personal, not like because you're trying to drive ticket sales. You're trying to drive ticket sales on the Martin Lawrence show. If Martin can't sell the tickets, Jack Thriller definitely ain't. And what you going to sell, the fact that I'm going to show Donnell something somebody that's been a vet for 26 years, somebody you've seen rip stages, somebody that you can Google and see stand up, somebody that's like, you know what type of nigga I am. Why? Because I want to sell tickets to the show. Guess how I grew up or started this business selling tickets to the show? By being funny, by proving yourself, by paying your dues. It wasn't uploading a motherfucking video. You paid your dues. And you can get it the way you get it, but pay your dues. I can't even understand how you think you could fuck with me on a stage. You don't even play. You ain't in the streets, nigga. And I ain't trying to beef, we going back and forth, but your beef, your whatever it was, makes no sense to me. I work out every fucking night. Nigga, I ain't working out with no fucking Instagram niggas. I work out with the baddest niggas. My weekend is filled with top flight niggas. And I'm there. And even when I wasn't fuck with them niggas, I fuck with the baddest street niggas. The realest niggas, the names you never heard of, but that would tear your ass up on stage. So for you to even, it was very insulting. Me, bruh, stop it. I thought of all type of ways of, I'm going to get him this. He was like, well, you know it ain't nothing but love, man. He posted, he's called me a bitch. You know it ain't nothing but love. I love you, blah, 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 blah. And that's just a great opportunity for me, whatever. I said, why couldn't you start your post off with that? The truth. You happy. You excited. How did I get here? I get to work with this nigga. Ain't nobody trying to fight you. Take it and do that. But you want to stupid shit. And it's fake beef. It's fake beef. It's plant-based. These niggas got impossible beef. Niggas got beyond beef, nigga. I beef with bisons, nigga. I know niggas that eat motherfucking elk, nigga, with jalapenos. Nigga, the blood still on the motherfucking knife, nigga. I fuck with niggas that breaking records in comedy, nigga. 3-time Emmy niggas, nigga. It don't make no sense. And I didn't want to address it because every time I brought it up, they say, who? It ain't even like that. Stop playing. Now, the real question, was that answering the question?
Yes.
It just made no sense to me. I'm like, come on, nigga. Me? That goes to the trolls. You guys can try to be funny, sarcastic, non-encouraging. A lot of things you can try. You can try to judge me, whatever. But what I realize is that it's the Donnell Rawlings show. And that's why I'm doing it, so I could do and say whatever the fuck I want to say. I want to fuck with y'all niggas in the comments. Fucking waste of money. Fucking, God, fucking, yeah, whatever. Stop, nigga. Let's have some fun. This show ain't about me, but it's about me. Of course, okay, this is the show that could possibly be inspired by my life. Super Bowl, man. Number one rule. And I know some studs and some butchers might get upset again. The number one rule is shut the fuck up during the football game. This is a man's world. This is a man's world. But it wouldn't be nothing without. I never know what's gonna happen with this show, but every week it's fun. Thank y'all. Thank you, Heather B. Thank you, Streets.
It's a man's world.
Donnell Rawlings, we gonna grow.
But he only bought it to get the girl. Ain't it crazy how
gotta
the
talk
world
about it.
turn you around?
Nigga, we gotta talk about it. Y'all call think about it. What we gonna talk about? Lyfe Jennings, thank you.
But he got a low from a woman. Is it wrong for a woman to demand that you be strong for your woman. Let's talk about that.
The Donnell Rawlings Show. The Donnell Rawlings Show. I fuck with y'all. I love y'all. Thank y'all. I thought it was a good show. Good night, everybody.